Operator, won't you send me on through? Because Kentucky is sending the baseball cats on down to Baton Rouge after they just beat Indiana behind us in Kentucky Proud Park in the championship game of the Lexington Regional. Kentucky needed to win 3 games to get this win, winning 2 on Sunday, then beating Indiana tonight to seal it, to punch their ticket to the Super Regional. Only the second time in history Kentucky has won the Regional in the NCAA Tournament. First time with Nick Mingione, doing it again with Nick Mingione. He has both of those wins, and we just spoke to Nick Mingione. We're now outside after the party has gone home. But, Stephen, we have a lot to say about that game, and I want to start with the atmosphere because Kentucky Proud Park finally got the weekend and the event it deserves. That place was absolutely packed and madness. Kroger Field parking lot over here before was madness. Traffic madness. Blue got in as Mingione wanted.
I loved it. I love the atmosphere. It was one of those like big-time college baseball atmospheres. You see a lot of these SEC road games, and you see what kind of atmospheres that they have. It resembled that tonight at Kentucky Proud Park, and that was really cool. I know Coach Mingione talked about it. These Kentucky fans, they want to get on board. And they came out in full force tonight. That was awesome.
They were on board. The grass areas where you normally just see grass everywhere, people standing up. You couldn't see grass. The concourse, people standing everywhere. You just had to get where you could get if you were in the building with a standing room only ticket. It was so good to see that crowd, and they willed Kentucky to victory. A little uneasy there for a while as it was 2-2 through most of the game. Darren Williams pitched the first 4 innings, pitched them is what he did. And then Mason Moore came in and finished the job and got the win with 5 shutout innings. I know Devin Burks was the MVP of the region, but Mason Moore is my MVP. I was here Friday, you were here. 10 shutout innings for him and the win Friday, and then more importantly tonight. Pitching staff was great tonight, in addition to what we've seen from the bats all weekend.
Yeah, and like you said, the pitching staff has been, the defense has been good. The pitching staff has been good. Relief pitching, starting pitching, getting quality starts this whole weekend. The bats woke up yesterday, but still, I mean, they didn't give up very many runs. They gave up 6 against Indiana, but a couple of those came in the later innings, and they gave up none against West Virginia. So again today, holding Indiana to 2 runs, 0 after the second inning, and they got into some trouble. They were second and third, 1 out, runner at third, nobody out. I think they got the leadoff man on the first 5 or 6 innings of the game. Indiana did, but credit to Kentucky's pitching and their defense. They were able to make some plays, get out of some jams, and it had me thinking of Brad White's defense over there, getting into the red zone, but bend but don't break. And credit to Kentucky. And credit to Indiana. I thought Bothwell was their pitcher. Yeah, he pitched. I mean, Kentucky struggles with lefties. He was bringing heat. I mean, he threw 92 and 83 miles per hour slider, and he went off speed with like 72. And Kentucky hitters were talking about how they were off balance all day. You kind of saw when he went to the off speed, a lot of Kentucky players out in that front foot a little bit, but they got hits when they needed them. 6th inning, big time doubles on the left field line from your guy Burks, and then
Hunter Gillum.
Yeah,
big bats all weekend for those guys.
So yeah, and I love the celebration at second base with Devin Burks. These guys have fun.
They do. Throwing, I don't know if this made it to TV, but in the dugout, throwing guys up in the air. Speaking more a little bit about Mason Moore and the Indiana players, I like that they said it was like trying to hit a 95-mile-per-hour bowling ball. I've never heard that one before. I also thought it was very nice of the Indiana players to not throw at UK all day. It looked like we got to go home without all the Tylenol and bruises. Just one.
Yeah.
A little nick there, but we can handle that after 9 yesterday. Another thing about Indiana, after getting out of their press conference, it's a little emotional when the season ends. So I have a soft spot for them at the moment. But I will say overall, it felt good to really hate Indiana again. Since their basketball program was canceled many years ago and they don't play that sport anymore, it felt good to have Indiana fans in here and bring that rivalry back and send them back to Bloomington with the loss the way this rivalry has always been.
Absolutely. And I wanted Kentucky to go undefeated in this region. But they didn't, but because of that, they got to beat Indiana twice.
We had to lure them in. We had to dingle the carrot out there a little bit.
Yeah, it's
on Monday.
Right. It's kind of like Boston coming back from 3 games down and losing in Game 7. It's just that you kind of like tease Indiana, like all you got to do is win 1 out of 2. Come on, you can win 1 out of 2.
Well, really, we just wanted them to stay an extra night in Lexington. They love the accommodation so much. That's why they played that game. But it felt good to beat Indiana. It feels good that Kentucky got to have this weekend behind us. As I said, crazy atmosphere. This program has deserved what they got tonight. Once it was built, a little slow start getting here, but they got it done. Now we're off to Baton Rouge, ready for some LSU smoke. Already played them this year. They have one of the best pitchers in the game. Kentucky played well down there, so it won't be a surprise what they're getting into, but they will be getting into one of the most hostile atmospheres, probably about 15,000 down there waiting for them. I think they'll be ready for a return trip. Got to win 2 out of 3 to get to Omaha, the end goal.
Well, when you go back to this series early in the season, Kentucky had a good opportunity to take 2 of 3 down in Baton Rouge. So, I mean, it's not like, Kentucky's going up against an unbeatable LSU Tiger team. They're good. They're really good. But, Kentucky's already proven that they can beat them in their place. So, it would, to be able to book in this, you look at like Darren Williams, who threw exceptional again today, and his redshirt freshman season was the last time Kentucky got to a Super Regional. So it would be nice to get one step further on his last. I'm assuming this is his last year. How many more years can you play college baseball?
My man's stretching it out for sure. Crazy that he was playing college baseball in 2017 when they were at the Cliff. But cool moment with him after the game. Nick Mingione with the fans brought him out, talked about his story. Mingione's son had been praying for him. They got to have a moment on the field. Cool. Just cool things all the way around. Now we're off to LSU, gonna beat Baton Rouge. Everyone look out down there. We want all the Tigers. We want all the smoke. Livy Dunn, Shaq, whoever's down there, we're coming down there for you because we're heading to Omaha with the Cats. But for now, we're signing off from a very late night at Kentucky Proud Park. But it's a happy night and we're excited. Thank you for tuning in. And if you weren't here, you completely missed out. Make sure you're watching this coming weekend when they play the Tigers. We don't have a time on that, but we'll let you know. For now, go Cats. We're signing off from Kentucky Proud Park where Steven caught a baseball. That was cool.
Yeah, I caught it over here, so I didn't have to worry about giving it to any kids.
Yeah.
I'm
kind of a child. I'll take it.
As an adult, yeah, you want it?
Yeah, I act like a kid. I'll take it. I'm the kid.
NCAA baseball. Are we allowed to have those?
I don't know.
They're pretty strict about some things, but I will say this. When you catch a baseball at a game as a 33-year-old, you have to give it to a kid. So I was fortunate I got it out here around no kids.
Well, this kid is excited to have it. We're signing off. Go Cats, and good luck to Kentucky baseball in Baton Rouge.
Praise the Lord and go Cats.
Praise the Lord and go Cats. Direct comment from Nick Mingione after the game.